Welcome back to my channel, Behind the Lens. I am your host, costume designer, and wardrobe stylist, Jessi. And before we get into today's topic, I just gotta say, I love a set. This is from Ligne. In this video, I want to talk about the freelance life, what it means, and how to succeed with an unstable and unpredictable schedule and income stream. In one of my previous videos titled Start Your Career as a Wardrobe Stylist Today, I briefly explained all of the styling outlets. Those outlets include commercial, so still and motion, so it could be a TV commercial, it could be an ad campaign, it could be for social media. Then there's obviously photography, so that could be like an editorial photo shoot or a test shoot. Then we have bridal, we have private clients, there's theater, celebrity, kids, men's and women's separately, fashion shows, pets, food, and then of course TV and film. As I mentioned, man, nothing hits like coffee. But as I mentioned, I made it my goal and my mission when I was starting out to exhaust all of these outlets in Chicago because I didn't know which one would hit. I didn't know which one would take on first, and I didn't know which one I would like the most. Also because you never want a dry spell. Sometimes in January, there's no commercial, there's minimal TV and film. Sometimes it's super duper busy. Sometimes this happens in July, it gets kind of slow. So I never wanted a dry spell where I didn't have a stream of income. Some people, and I have friends like this, like to have one show for 9 months and then be off for 3. They plan their year around that. They don't have to juggle multiple jobs. They just do literally one show and then they're off for 3 months. Or maybe they do 2 and then they're off for 3 months. This really makes me utilize all of my skills and kind of challenges my planning, my organizing, of course, my styling skills, and really tap into all of my expertise. There's pros and cons to everything. Commercials have an end. Usually they're only a few days. At most, I've been on one for 5 days. Indie film is usually something like 30 or 60 days. It has an end and it has to stop there because of the budget. Bigger productions, shows, and films can go on and on and on and on. You may be on them for 9 months, but then it might be 10 or 11 or a whole year because they keep getting money. So as long as they have money, they can keep filming. I say all of this because yes, the schedule is very unpredictable. I never know when I'm going to be called to do a commercial. I never know when my private clients are going to need me. I never know when an indie film is coming up. So by having all of these, and I would say those are my 3 main outlets: private clients, commercial, and film. By having all of those, I know if something is quiet, I'm going to have income from something else. And at any time, I could always reach out to a private client and say, hey, we haven't shopped in a while. I saw a couple things you might like. Do you want me to, go shop for you online or in store? Boom, income. On top of that, if you are somebody that really wants a consistent paycheck, I would think about a job that you could have while you're getting into your styling. And some of those jobs would be like working for a seamstress or a tailor, learning from them, working for a fashion designer, doing the retail thing, corporate or in-store. You could do something like a Real or Rent the Runway or even Poshmark on the corporate side. Just something part-time where you're getting income while you're doing styling because it is unpredictable, the schedule and the income stream. Of course, styling exists anywhere really, but exactly what type of styling depends on location. I would say cast a really broad net because you don't know exactly what's going to take off for you and what you're going to like most. Now, if you want to get into food styling, for example, which is something that I actually don't do, I've had to do very minimal of it, but I am not a food stylist or a chef. I am a home cook. But if you want to get into food styling, well, you should be living somewhere where restaurants are big and that sort of thing exists. If you're in a small town, that might not be the best avenue to pursue. Take, for example, celebrity styling. Well, if you don't live in a major city, that might not be the best thing to pursue unless you're willing to move. But if you're in a smaller town or a smaller city, think about your local celebrities like a news anchor or maybe a restaurant manager or somebody who is client or customer facing that could utilize and benefit from a stylist. I think private clients and bridal are 2 really great places to start because those exist in big and small cities. There are many people with disposable income, even if it's just a little bit, who could benefit from a stylist. Think outside the box, depending on where you live, if you're trying to gain clients. For example, private clients, maybe reach out to a law office, or you could look at an upcoming gala or a charity, see who's hosting those events, try to reach out to those people. Hey, I know you have this gala coming up. You may need a fabulous gown or a tuxedo. Let me style you for your event. If you want to get into celebrity styling, well, reach out to a celebrity stylist who you love and try to connect with them and see if you can assist them or intern for them. Think about your end goal, your dream career, and then work back to what you can be doing right now today to get there. If your end goal is costume designer for a show on Broadway, well, think about what you could be doing right now. Reach out to local theater companies. Maybe you can design costumes for them, or you can work backstage for them. So each job gets you to the next one. So small steps gets to the big goal. The reason I love this career, especially costume design, is because it's a long game. You can't really cheat. You have to put in the hours. You have to put in the work. You have to have work to show for yourself. Sure, you could come out of the gate and dress a celebrity, maybe because you're friends with them or you have a connection, and that's awesome. But most of us have to have work to show for ourselves in order to get to the big leagues. So your go-to from this video is make a list of the outlets that interest you most and then start to brainstorm how you would get in touch with those people. Hit that subscribe button below. Talk to me in the comment section. I want to know if this was helpful for you, what you want to learn more about, and I will see you on the next episode of Behind the Lens. Thank you for watching.